Okay guys, hey and welcome to my new video. This one is about a short stretch which I learned a few years ago, and I think it is a very helpful but also a very nice stretch. So you know how stretching usually can be quite painful, quite difficult to do, but it does help you in the long run. And then there are stretches, for, at least for me, that already feel good when you do them immediately, but they do also help on the long term. And I think this stretch is one of them, and I personally like it a lot and do it quite often, not as often as I should, but yeah, I wanted to show it to you guys. So wait, I have to get rid of this. So the idea is, I want to shortly talk about the problem itself. So I think I mentioned it in the video before, but if you haven't noticed this, a lot of people nowadays have this problem with forward pull shoulders, like where your shoulders get forward, and at the same time your neck goes forward to try to balance this. Then your hip moves forward, your upper back moves backwards, and then there's this just instability, and it just falls into one another. Another thing is the hip tilt. You can look those things up. There's a lot to it, and it doesn't stop there. Then the problems can go to your legs, and you know, of course, it's all connected. And since it should be kind of a string, like a string from your toe to your hair, that kind of pulls everything up and holds everything in position. But if this is out of order, what happens is the rest of the string also gets wobbly, and therefore people do have a lot of problems. And I personally think a lot of young people have those problems, probably because of excessive computer use, phone use, sitting at desks. At least for me, that was, I think, big problem. Lack of movement. There's so many things to it. We might come to those in other videos, but today what we want to tackle, not only today, as often as you can, obviously, but what we want to start to tackle is mostly this part, like the shoulders, the upper back, maybe a bit the neck, and obviously the rest as well, because this is one part of the puzzle that needs to be fixed. And if you work on this, you will have benefits for the other areas as well. You can't always work everything at the same time, but focus on different parts. And I personally feel that this part, the upper back and the shoulders, is the most annoying. I feel that the most, so maybe the problem started there. Yeah, but let's get into it. So the stretch here, it's really easy. You probably have done it before, but the thing is, you have to do it a lot, consistently, and yeah, with a bit more focus. So the idea is just to clasp your hands behind your back, like so, or whatever feels comfortable for you. Then straighten them out, stretch them. That already is, I'd say, not difficult, but I can already feel this one because then my shoulders get pulled backwards. And from there, with the tension in it, pull up. If at some point you feel that your upper body is going down, you may go down with it. Try to go slow, try to find if there's any spot that hurts you. If it hurts, stop. Don't do it. Ask a physician, ask a doctor, whatever. But don't go beyond pain. So you can smoothly start by just have your hands here, see how far you can go. Like this, we had an exercise like this in an earlier video. Just see how flexible you are in this direction, and then see how flexible you are with this, because this is already, bringing the hands together is already more difficult because the shoulders are so tense up front. And then when you you feel like that this is comfortable, then start to go back a bit, start to go back more, and try out different things. And then what I find really, really important, and I think this is a part which is missed a lot, when you're in this position, doesn't matter how far you got, even if it's still just here. It's not enough to just do this. It might be enough, but you can make it way more efficient. When you're like this, then try to, how to describe, try to squeeze your shoulder blades together, so behind your back, whilst reaching further. So not going up further, but if you're like this, just put the hands down and try to just extend your arms more, and therefore bring your shoulders back more. Works better when you're at this level. And breathe a lot, not fast, but very slow, very deep. When you're in this position, and then you fill your lungs completely with air, then you feel that your body is expanding and therefore stretching more. And breathing in general with stretching goes very well together, because they both help one another, and then it does also stay better in your mind, because you connect it with breathing. Do this every so often, try it out. There are many varieties, I can't really go into all of them. For example, if you're not able to bring your hands together, you can grab a towel, anything you want, a t-shirt. I'll just grab my hoodie, go like this, and then bring them up a little bit. This way you can also pull on the one side or the other, just try out what feels good for you. Then there's obviously to get this movement done in the first place. You can stretch a little bit your arms like this, and many more varieties. I think the goal is, at least I tried it this way and I'm still trying it this way. The goal is to just try out what feels good and memorize what didn't feel good, and try to go in the direction where you think could be the best execution for you, and then just work on that. And if you say, yeah, this is nice, just keep on doing it. And if you at one point say, oh, it's getting boring, try to find something different, try to make it a bit different. And obviously you can always consult YouTube. There's so many varieties of every exercise there, just to get inspiration. But I think the base, it is so important, and for me it's very helpful. I hope it helps you too. If so, please let me know. If not, definitely also let me know. If you have better tips, you can write them in the comments. Hope you're having a great week, and